Megastore TV. Today we're going to be talking about red dot scopes and magnifiers. There's two things you want to be keeping in mind when you're looking at red dot scopes and magnifiers. The first is your engagement distances. You want to know whether you're fighting in a CQB type arena where things are close quarters and you're moving around tight spaces, or if it's an outdoor environment where you're fighting at long distances and engaging targets past 50 feet to 50 yards. So first, let's take a look at red dot scopes. Typical red dot scopes do not have any magnification. It's simply an aim assist device. When you bring up the scope, you see a small red dot that is actually placed on your target, and this helps you to more quickly engage your targets and get better target acquisition. Now, when you're looking at red dot scopes, you want to make sure to keep two things in mind. As I said, the objective lens diameter, which is how wide the lens is in front. You also want to make sure that there is not a lot of glare on the lens, and this can be affected from sunlight or any other type of direct light that comes into contact with the lens on the red dot scope. Also, you want to keep in mind the levels of intensity of the red dot. If you're in a high light environment where you're getting direct sunlight or direct light from any other source, if you don't have a high intensity red dot scope, you won't be able to actually see the red dot, which is why the levels of intensity are so important. You want to use the higher number levels of intensity for high level light, such as sunlight and direct light. Lower levels are used for night situations or low light situations. Another type of red dot scope is a red dot scope with magnification. This one here has 2 times magnification and allows you to get a slightly larger target picture as well as helping you aim on your target. Again, the two things you want to keep in mind are your objective lens diameter to make sure you have a wide angle of view and to make sure you don't have glare, as well as your eye relief, since it is a magnified red dot, and the levels of intensity of the red dot sight. Lastly, we're going to look at a regular magnifying scope here. This is a fixed magnification. This is a 4 times 32 magnification. Anytime you are dealing with a magnified scope, whether it be red dot or a rifle scope, another thing to keep in mind is eye relief. And eye relief is the distance that your eye needs to be from the actual scope to your eye, the distance that you need to be to get a clear sight picture and not have any obstacles of view when trying to get on target. So the best way to judge eye relief is to actually look through the scope and try to determine where you have the clearest sight picture. Now with this particular one, I believe the eye relief is about 2.5 inches, which is just fine for a 4-time magnified scope, and definitely helps you get great target acquisition. Also, because it's not a red dot, you'll be using this in conjunction with your iron sights. It also has a simple crosshair in front that helps you keep on target. Red dot scopes are great for any type of CQB close quarters battle. They're perfect for quick target acquisition without having to get a clear sight picture as you would with a regular rifle scope. Normally CQB environments, you're not looking past 50 feet to 50 yards anyways. Normally it's a very close-knit or close and tight environment. So you only need a clear sight picture of about 20 to 50 feet, which is perfect for a red dot scope. Also, you want to make sure, as I said before, to look at your objective lens diameter. Make sure you have a nice wide red dot. It helps you get a large, clear, and crystal view of the playing field, as well as not giving you tunnel vision. Also, look for the levels of intensity of the red dot. Make sure that you have something that can show up bright in sunlight and still be seen in dark situations. Well, now you know a lot more about red dot scopes and magnifiers. This is Red from AMS TV. Take care.